Hey guys, I'm Coco Ferosha.
And I am Isis Mirage.
And this is RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7, Episode 9 review.
So getting right on into it, the mini challenge this week was, of course, the reading challenge. We ain't gonna go through everybody like that, but I do want to give a few quick shout-outs to who we thought did the best. Shout out to Katya. I felt like Katya really... I mean, Katya is just funny as fuck, though.
Yeah.
And Katya is also someone who I would not box either into, like, a comedy queen kind of thing. Although I don't feel like you should do that regardless.
Yeah.
But she's definitely someone who I feel is funny, but so versatile within that humor. You know what I mean?
She has a lot of, how can I say, bunnies in her hat. She has like a lot of like tricks up her sleeve.
Does anyone say it the other way? Or?
That's okay, I'm making it work.
That's alright.
That's fine, no one else needs to say it, darling.
So, pretty much everyone did pretty well in this challenge, apart from Miss Fame.
I mean,
that was a mess.
I love, and honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, that's what I want from her. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Almost like, yes. You want her to be funny, but you also want her to be that because that's funny, so. Very that.
So that's basically it. Not too much we can say about the reading challenge. I feel like most of the entertainment value is within actually watching said challenge.
Yes, ma'am.
So
yeah, we're just because it's like a video kind of rehearsal moment on the runway is the final gig. We just gonna get into like our thoughts on
the final gig,
and then the runway and things.
It's all about the runway first anyway. That's my favorite part anyways. Yeah. I just want to give a quick shout out to Ruth's outfit. The corns, I felt like it was like really different, right, for Ruth? Like when we see her do that pulled up, like fucking dotty ass.
Yeah. It was really cute. It's nice to see her switch it out.
Yeah, by the way, the runway this week, you guys, was Ugliest Dress.
Yes.
Did anyone else think of Raven? Now, I don't even live over there, and I thought of Raven.
Yeah, it's like her thing, right? That she does every week at Mickey's or whatever.
See, I can't tell you what day. I want to say Monday. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, first up this week on the runway was Kennedy Davenport.
It was, I mean, I get it. I got it completely. She wanted to do like old kind of lady like outfit. Like, oh, that's ugly. What would a grandma wear? And I really appreciated the look. And I also really liked the panties tucked in the back.
Oh, yeah,
like,
okay, yeah,
she went to the bathroom, there's the little panty in the back. She forgot to pull it out. That set it off. It definitely did. Was it ugly enough?
No.
Because she was still kind of painted real pretty and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like she had on glasses, but it was like her makeup was like nice. I was like, okay.
It just felt a little bit like comedy versus ugly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like funny, ugly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She could have got away with that if she would have went all the way with that. Now I know she had the fucking panty, stuck there. But she just needed something other than the panty rolled up to set it all.
A little more ugly.
Yeah.
Take it all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since you were annoyed that everyone's been giving you like the pageant critique, this would have been your moment to be like, bitch, I'm not afraid to get ugly,
Yeah. So next up was Katya. And that was, I think, one of the top for me this week in terms of ugly and taking it there. Bitch, like, she looked like a damn, like, Easter egg, like, I don't even know what the fuck it was.
Yeah, she did look like an Easter egg.
Like a damn, I don't know. The hair was, like, it was matted, and it was, I feel like, given to her in a black plastic bag.
And then passed on to you for you to try and put on tonight.
Completely. Was that like a brown shoe with like a yellow, like 2.5 pieces of fringe? Like, this bitch really showed out for me. Like, she got it. She knows what it is. It's not even like, because it's like ugly, this ugly like Violet's like outfit. Like, it's like so ugly that it's ugly, but hers was like kind of more subtly ugly.
Yes.
But
I don't have that much to say about it.
Yeah.
So you really did do that, because I can't even say too much. It's just like
ugly.
Yeah.
And knitted and yellow.
And the way she wore it, like, yep. So yes, Katya shit this week.
Yeah.
Quite literally, it was just so shitty.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it was awful.
And I loved it. I loved every moment.
Next up was Ginger Minge. Yeah. That was ugly too.
It was ugly. Okay, it took me straight to the motherfucking feria in Spain.
Thank you.
And the flamenco
my
dresses that they have in like polka dot
that's what
colors.
that is, right? It's
well,
like,
it's not quite, but more or less it's one of them
okay, bitch.
bright green ass polka
Ginger,
dot
did you take a
dresses.
trip somewhere in Spain? Marbella, Malaga, somewhere like that? Maybe you seen on the beach one of them little wooden stalls and you said, oh, that dress? And it's cheap.
That's that flamenco and I'm a rock on the runway, honey.
And maybe you got like a Spanish mix.
She also threw on that bottom lash that I know you personally...
Be honest where you got that from and the bottom lash. Okay, because as I was watching it, I was like, that bottom lash is really trying, you know? Did you ever feel like that about just certain choices and things? Maybe so. And, she went there because of the ugly, right? Like, it was meant to be bad, and she thought, let me wear these, like, long ass fucking lashes. I mean, some people need to understand that, you know, in terms of, like, length with certain things, shorter sometimes is better.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
This was advice for me to use, so, you know. You're welcome.
Next up was Trixie Mattel. And to be honest, I really felt like she was gonna be the one who was gonna give me that, like...
Crazy.
Like, monster, like, scary, like... I didn't even want to look at her. She looked that nasty and ugly, and... I was really kind of like, oh, okay.
I was too. I was like, you know...
Her makeup looked nice, hair looked nice. She just kind of looked nice.
And
she kind of looked like
the
80s.
outfit is well, that's what she was wearing.
Yeah, but like out of date, like, but like that ain't ugly. It's just like you just have bad fashions. You know what I mean?
Okay, so she was clearly coming in from that point of view of like you look back on something that you did,
yeah,
and it's like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, that was a nice dress, right? You guys, be honest. Even those of y'all without that same tacky taste level as us, that was a nice dress. You know?
Yeah, it wasn't ugly enough for me personally. I get it. I like, you know, I appreciate the concept and the thought behind it, but I just would have liked to see her take it there once again a little more, you know, out of the box. Goofy. Completely goofy, yeah, completely.
To me, that was a cute look. Like, she looked good to me. Albeit, we love 80s.
Yeah.
So maybe it's that. You know. So next up was Pearl. She looked way too good to be out here talking about
ugly,
ugly, whatever.
She looked like Pearl any other day on the goddamn runway. God damn it.
God damn it. The dress was really cute. Yeah. I love an eyeball. If she would have wore this for a different thing, I would have been like, love it. Great print, makeup, effect, everything. Yeah. Yes. But for ugly, why do you look good?
Yeah, that's just basically the bottom line.
I'm gonna try and give her a little something. Eyes, I suppose, especially maybe if you're like holding one, I guess, or whatever. That's kind of creepy, right?
But again, we're here creepy, not ugly, though.
Okay, but she has a limited closet, and she's like, well, eyes.
But why your makeup look nice?
Well, there was a lot of black. She was like, oh, let me smoke her out a lot. And, why am I trying to be Captain
I don't know. Like,
you know
at the end of the day,
too.
she was too pretty for me for this ugly challenge. Like, I like the look on its own, but for the ugly challenge, I need more ugly. I feel like I don't be. She did
okay, it
she
wasn't
can't be too afraid
necessarily
to
the
be
ugly challenge. It was the ugliest dress.
Okay, well
And
then,
the dress
then she
was
really
nice.
lost because the dress was nice.
Yeah.
Put her and Katya next to each other.
But you lost for looking good.
Yeah. So where?
Can't be mad at me. Next up, Violet Chachki. This right here to me proves that you really can't go wrong with ugliest dress challenge, right? Like, you really ain't gotta do too much to really wear an ugly ass dress. I mean, that's all they ask.
Like that, and that's what she did.
See, the only thing for me though is
it's a bit like it's almost too obvious now.
Yeah, I mean,
it's too like.
I don't want to say
come
too
on.
obvious. I just want to say, to me, not ugly in the right way. Like, Katya's was ugly because it was like knitted, and she had like a brown shoe. Like,
yeah.
maybe
whereas you're like
why
brown
didn't
ugly boots.
Violet match like the rainbow in earth tones? You know, I feel like that would have been even worse.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like, well, at least with this you got like some bright colors to look at.
Yeah.
As far as going for the whole crown thing, I feel like at least she stuck to that, you know, with the hair and the hat, and completely. I mean, why didn't she throw a red nose on at this point? Yeah.
She still looked pretty bad, so...
She looked bad. She looked the bad. She looked the bad.
She looked the bad, so, yeah.
So she did the good. Next up was Miss Fame. I wanna at least commend Miss Fame for not looking around the room at what maybe Katya was doing, what Violet was doing, and, you know, still being like, no, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Because it would have been very easy to like see like her Ginger and be like, maybe I ain't going ugly enough. At least she said what she was gonna do. She didn't like, you know, bounce into some cheap shit and say, well, I'm just gonna get this curtain thing and throw that around me and go out looking like that.
Yeah.
You know, because she could have easily did that.
She had the look in her mind what she was gonna do.
And she was gonna do it.
I get where she was coming from with like the like ugly silhouette or whatever, like, and it wasn't something that she, I guess, would normally do. She normally does like tight, like whatever, like gowns and very mugler like shape and stuff, and so it was just too like fashiony for me. It was something you'd see like in an editorial or something. Like it was too polished, and the hair, like everything was still too.
Well, I guess that's however it is you want to take it, because, okay, yes, it's ugly dress, but at the same time, it is Miss Fame to me. Maybe I'm giving her a little bit of leeway because she's so particular in what she does, if that makes sense to anyone.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of like, to me, a little bit comical. It's kind of funny that Miss Fame's ugly is nowhere near on the place of ugly. No. It's just like, you kind of have to let her go for that one. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like, if you really think about it, like, okay, she tried it, but you really think about it, it's like, maybe Miss Fame's ugly would be really beautiful, you know? And that's her aesthetic.
I mean, I guess so, but I mean, it's a little
try, but you know, ride with me, people.
But
she's so fashionable all the time. Like, it's only right that her ugliest dress is fashion and fashionable. Honestly, you tried it, but that's kind of over.
Yeah.
If anybody knows what I'm like talking about, or like can kind of see my vision here with this fame brand, you know, let me know. And if not, the selling point, does she sell the idea well?
I feel
Do
like
you buy the bullshit?
I feel like it's a Dragon's Den tea. I feel like I don't remember what the name of the American one is, but whatever. If y'all are bothered, Google it.
Very
Who
that.
cares? I get you. I get what you're saying. I see that.
Right? We could do this as like a summer job type thing, you know, like the quarantine and everything, you know. So, and you guys out there, you need someone to bullshit for you or make someone like believe what you did is good. Maybe you need someone to come to school for you and get the teacher to understand that maybe your homework is better, what the grade, like, nah, like, look how she did like the little like line. Anything like that, honestly, anything. So, you know, let me know.
Okay, so in the main challenge, the girls had to recreate in groups various like John Waters, I suppose screen tests for his movies. Whatever, y'all saw the episode, you know what the fuck we're talking about. First up was Kennedy and Katya.
I really don't understand why Katya was still doing her Michelle Visage impersonation, because that episode was like so long. Okay, I'm just kidding, because honestly that accent was everything. Like, I really felt like it added to that character.
Both of them were super strong, I feel. The final product was amazing.
Yes.
It seemed like in the rehearsal it was like Kennedy fumbling
Okay, before you go there, please, Katya being thrown on the fucking sofa and her legs staying open.
Yes. Iconic. Yeah. Touches of greatness. Yeah.
It's that shit right there.
Yeah, completely. Kennedy was like, the only struggle they really had was that she seemed to be like, you know, fumbling her lines or whatever.
Yeah, and she wasn't like really keeping up with the piano and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like perfection, honestly. I wouldn't have
known, and that's all that really matters, as long as you don't really know.
Yeah, completely.
Right?
So,
I mean, okay, in reality, I suppose the actual moment counts for something. You don't want to be holding people up and shit. But still, like...
Yeah.
It was worth the work they put in and everything.
Definitely.
So yeah, all in all, great team.
Yeah.
Go off, and they work well together. I was actually kind of surprised when they first teamed up together. I mean, was that just me? Not completely taken aback,
I think they have like a couple of times already. Like, I think Kennedy can see. Like,
I guess Kennedy knew too, like, Katya, you funny bitch. Especially since last episode and everything, she was really on point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next up was Trixie Mattel and Ginger Minge doing eggs. I mean, Ginger Minge won this challenge, and I feel like rightfully so. Like, I feel like she was 150% committed to being that bitch that love her motherfucking eggs, like...
Oh, not only the bitch that love her eggs, but the makeup.
The makeup, the like dirt smeared on her arms, like she knew she was gonna be like filthy.
It looked like she had like...
Nasty.
Like mustard on her teeth.
Oh my god.
Or like baby food.
It was intense. It was a lot.
It was like giving me, honestly, like fucking Reagan.
Okay, where?
Like she went all the way there, in my opinion.
I really
which I ain't mad at.
Yeah, I really do appreciate that she did that. She was not afraid to, you know, I feel like Trixie was good. I feel like she didn't hold her back, but I feel like she was a little like almost like relying on the makeup a little bit.
I felt like she was kind of relying on the makeup too, and not only that, but I didn't feel like she kind of did like, all that well in general.
Ginger had like what did she have, like an eyebrow, but she like sold that shit like it was fucking, you know.
Yeah, I know you said you felt she did good and everything. I kind of felt like Trixie missed the mark a little bit.
I felt like she was okay. She was just like,
she was okay, she was right, but I don't know, I was expecting a lot more from her. I was expecting more from the runway, for the challenge, just in general. I felt like...
I was expecting her to stand out a bit more.
Even with like the singing and everything, I felt like she was trying too much to sound pitch perfect and like good at everything, as opposed to just kind of...
feeling the moment.
Yeah, right? Is that just me?
Yeah, let's see if she can like find her feet, because it seems like it's almost like a little step back this week. She didn't like nail it for me this week.
Yeah.
With how great she was last week, her coming back and all that, you know. So finally was Miss Fame, Violet, and Pearl doing Pooh. That just really, I knew that would get you, and I said it, and I knew it would get you, and it got you. So
that's comedy. That is comedy right there.
So yeah, I feel like
I was still out. I'm like 3 years old.
Yeah. So I mean, they just kind of were the weakest group. I think their chemistry.
Okay, wait, the weakest group. Why are you pregnant? Why
Yeah,
are all 3 of
pregnant.
you guys pregnant?
Sis.
And not only that, how did you guys get pregnant at the same time?
Sis, it was.
Maybe they
right.
met at a class.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, because I know someone's gonna like. I feel like when it comes to sarcasm, I might have missed the note where you're supposed to like kind of leave a hint where that other person knows it's sarcasm. My tone doesn't change. I'm letting you know now for future reference. I didn't really think they were pregnant. They were clearly trying to wear fat suits like that. They weren't really committed to it, so they were like,
yeah, it was like just a belly. It did read.
You know, if you got
pregnancy.
thin arms and a belly, it's not gonna read, especially a fake belly, by the way. It's not gonna read like fat or any. It's just pregnant.
Yeah, I don't know if
the
that
more
was the
you
right
know.
choice. And they kept, oh my god, between Miss Fame and Violet, I don't know who was worse with the tongue thing, with it, like,
eventually, bitch, y'all was gonna start making out.
Yeah,
because it was like right here together, and it was like, you know what, at this point,
just like every second word, like flicking the tongue out like a motherfucking snake.
One of y'all got a little dot of spit on your cheek right here, for sure.
It was a lot. I don't know. They just struggled to, I don't know. It was, the other two were so strong that when it got to theirs, it was just like, oh my god, like.
It was very dry.
So it's a little hard to watch.
Like, I don't know if, okay, Miss Fame was definitely overacting, but I don't know if her overacting would have made more sense if the other two were overacting with her.
Yeah, because I felt like Pearl was just like, she needed more energy.
Pearl wasn't acting at all. Pearl was like
background.
Somewhat there, not all the way there.
And
then
Violet, I don't even know. She was doing the most. Oh my god, she was doing the most. You were doing the most too.
She was actually also doing the most, it just wasn't very good, so.
Yeah, oh girls, I don't know.
There was no chemistry.
Time, no.
There just was no. I guess exactly like Michelle said in the actual thing, it was like 3 takes. It didn't feel like one scene together, it really didn't.
Yeah. So I guess it's time to move on to the lip sync, and the bottom two were Pearl and Miss Fame doing a Demi Lovato song, which I don't know how it can legally exist within the same space as that other I Don't Care song. How you gonna have two songs called I Don't Care related things, and they both sound exactly the same? It's like, okay.
Was that other song out in the States and stuff too? It was?
Yeah, it's huge.
So, did anyone else get tired of hearing one and hearing that one?
You would think so. Well, I did.
Or was it like, oh my god, another song about not caring? Because I was getting kind of bored of the old one.
Right, let's just new one. Anyway, so as we know, Miss Fame's strong suit is not performance. She's never really been that girl, and she, you know what I mean?
Well, from what we heard from the show anyway.
Said, you know, and it was such a difficult song for, I think, especially in the outfit that she was.
Well, okay, in that case, yes, because I was gonna say difficult or just not a great song.
Well, yeah, the song isn't the greatest, and then it's just like the outfit was so inappropriate.
Yeah, and then there was Pearl looking dope as hell. Well, not that Miss Fame didn't look dope. But I didn't think that the sag and the bag lent itself well to her performance.
Yeah, I really don't care, like,
at all.
She don't really give a fuck, but she got on a big ass gown.
Yeah, and not only that, but it was like, at first with the episode, it was like, oh, she didn't really do the challenge well because that dress wasn't ugly, and then she was performing, and it was like, the dress is actually kind of ugly. I take that back. The dress kind of ugly.
Yeah, I mean, Pearl kind of embodies that, like, I don't give a fuck attitude anyway, so it kind of worked for her this time, you know? It was like, I don't think what either of them did was particularly show-stopping, but it worked for this moment, and...
Yeah, no, okay,
you know,
no, that's fair,
was.
you know, because, I mean, once upon a time we did get 2 girls sent home for not doing too much.
Yeah.
This was kind of similar.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Very that.
But whatever, it's cool, you know, it ain't that deep.
No.
So, with that being said,
yeah,
I think we're free to move on to the Untucked.
Yeah, I mean, we're sad to see Miss Fame go home. So we want to chop her out completely and get to the trash.
Well, she was gonna be on the Untucked too.
Yeah, no,
First thing is Miss Fame kind of getting into it a little bit with Pearl. I don't really know what it is. Like, it seemed like Miss Fame had an issue with Pearl.
Sorry.
Apologize to them, not me. I mean, y'all the ones waiting. It seemed like, you know, Miss Fame has an issue with Pearl that she wants to say out loud, but she don't want to actually say what it is out loud. Yeah, so it's like, just say it or don't at this point, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very like tiptoeing around what it actually is and just kind of being a bit vague.
And it kind of comes off, and maybe it just is this, that it comes off like you're just saying something really vague so that nothing can really be denied.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you ain't really said what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it is. So, you know guys, as usual, wasn't that much to talk about. Well, I mean, because, you know, it's like the mini challenge this week or whatever. Some things are just entertaining in the moment and not so much to rehash, you know? Because it was just a lot of back and forth. That's what Untucked is for the most part.
Yeah.
My favorite part of Untucked this season, though, has definitely been the outside bit.
Yes.
That's when you really get the real situation.
Yeah, that has been the greatest change, I feel. And I love watching these like real ass moments of the girls like interacting. That's the shit I live for.
Yeah, especially when you're like outside doing some recreational type shit like that. Is that the right word to use? Just say talk.
Maybe so.
But you know, it's dope. You know, that's when you get those cool moments. So yes, I feel like, and plus we ain't never seen nothing like that before. So
yeah.
You know, Kennedy was funny, you know, being left on her own with her panties all out.
Yeah.
Skirt right up there.
Katya, Pearl outside, like everything was just...
Yes. So,
locura. Yeah, I guess that brings us to the end of our review this week. Remember to hit the thumbs up button.
Yes.
Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment below, let us know your thoughts and feelings.
On anything.
Yeah.
How's the weather? How's
life?
This.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
You know? Let us know what you thought about the episode, of course.
Yeah. And
share this shit around, cause you know there's no point us putting all this work in if ain't nobody gonna see it. So let's step and do it for your girls, right?
Yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
Bye. 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 Bye.